Well, hello and welcome to the Vibrant Health Show. Well, you know what? It's the end of the year. It's a lot of stresses on a lot of people. It may be you. Maybe it's not you. Maybe somebody you know and love. Listen, I'm talking tonight about some reasons, five, in fact, five reasons to stress less, to do it for your health's sake. All right. And so as we go through these comments, as we go through these talking points, there may be something that you like to add to it. All you need to do is put it in the comments. As you come in, let me know where you're coming in from. And most of all, share this broadcast out. I heard that sharing is caring, and we want to care and be kind and share this information out with other people that we know and that we love, your friends, your frenemies, so that they can learn how and why, most of all, to learn why they should stress less, not only during this hectic time, the holiday season that's upon us, the end of the year season that is upon us, but also to take with you for every day, 365 days, learning some things and some reasons why to make you think twice the next time stress comes your way. So that's what we're going to be going through, five reasons to stress less for your health's sake. So I'm Hillary Gooden, your Vibrant Life Coach, and I will be going through these topics in just a minute in order to give you, even my replay viewers, a chance to share this broadcast out. I'm going to play a quick commercial. And as I do that, share it to your group, share it to wherever you think it's going to do some good. And so, for all of you that are coming in here on Facebook, coming in on LinkedIn, coming in on YouTube, make sure that you connect with me. If you're not already connected to me, subscribe to my page, connect with me, follow me, and turn on the notifications so that as I go live weekly every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, you'll get notified of every broadcast so you don't miss out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play a quick commercial, and that's going to give you time to share this broadcast out. Let's get some people in here and see what's in store. When you know it, when you think things going to work right, go a little strange. Well, here we go. Hi, busy women leaders. I'm talking to you. Are you juggling your family, your business, your career, and your health? Afraid that if just one ball drops to the ground, everything could fall apart because everybody's looking at you. You're stressed and overwhelmed. You're looking for answers, for help that's real help, for solutions. I have Vibrant Life Solutions that can help you. I am Hillary Gooden, the Vibrant Life Coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to reduce stress and anxiety while increasing energy, clarity of mind, better sleep, better health, and vitality. Oh yeah, and boost your immunity. If you're ready for that, you say, I need that in my life right now. Let's connect. You can reach me at www.hillarygooden.com. You can direct message me on Facebook or LinkedIn at Hillary Gooden. Or else if you would like to get on a free 20-minute strategy call, a clarity call, go to bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. That's bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. I absolutely believe you got the power to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life. All right. So got that done, invited some people in. And so I appreciate it again. If you would make sure that you invite people and let me know where you're coming from in the comments. And I'm coming in from the Chicagoland area. And let me know. I want to know. I'm going to go ahead and get into our topic tonight because, it's just the time of year where so much going on. If you're in business, you're concerned about closing out or meeting certain goals, monetary goals before the end of the year, getting ready for tax season. And, it's just so much. And then let alone the holidays and family stuff and parties and just so much. And so it can be overwhelming, but you don't have to stress, allow yourself to get stressed so much that it begins to affect yourself emotionally, physically, and your mental self. You want to do these days out as peaceful and as in that rested state, in that place of peace and calm, and not fight or flight, where all kind of strange things can happen in your body. And so let's see. Again, our topic for tonight is 5 reasons to stress less for your health's sake. Number one, we're going to take that. Number one is be more intelligent. Stop killing your brain cells. Now, when you get stressed out, your brain cells die off a little bit. It affects your brain cells by killing them off in those times of stress. We all can get stressed at times. Thank you for coming in. But you don't want to stay in a stressed state. You want to be able to hold on to your intelligence as much as possible. You don't need your brain cells dying off. We're going to need all of them. All right. And so it's just something that you can do, be mindful of. These reasons that I'm giving you tonight are things that you can be mindful of when stress comes, because a lot of times when stress happens, you're full blown into it, in an uproar or just totally upset, been all out of shape or whatever. And you got brain cells dying off that you can't get back. So you don't want that to happen. That's just one thing that can happen. So think about that the next time you get stressed out or you see a stressful moment about to overtake you. Walk away, step away, breathe in, breathe out, and hold on to your peace. Hold on to your intelligence. Hold on to your brain cells. Okay, allow them to be healthy. Allow them to have the oxygen that they need so that you can think clear enough to step away if you need to do that. All right. Let's see, number two. I'm just going to go ahead. Number two, and let me know, had you ever heard that before? Have you, sometimes you can say, man, every time he get upset and been out of shape, man, it's like he just loses his mind. You ever heard that before? It's like your brain cells are dying off just a little bit in the moment. You have too many moments like that, that's a problem. Especially it can show up later on in your life when you kill off enough brain cells from anger and being upset and allowing yourself to be in that state for way too long or for way too many times. That kind of stress. We need stress. Stress can help you in the moment that is needed, but when you allow yourself to stay stressed, that's when it's not good. Let's go on to number two. When you stress less, you look younger and you feel younger. I know there are times when I have allowed myself before I learned all of these kind of things. You get so stressed out, you look in the mirror, you go, oh my God, what is going on? It affects your appearance. Other people can see it. Sometimes you may not notice it, and people look and say, "Oh, I wonder what's going on with him. Wonder what's going on with her. My God, she looks so stressed." People will walk up to you and say, "Are you okay?" And you go, "I'm fine. Everything's fine." But it's showing on the outside what's going on the inside. So that's another reason for stressing less. Let me know where you're coming in from as you come in so I can see you. It'll come up in the comments. That's another reason, though, to stress less. Be mindful. Be mindful when those moments of stress come upon you. You may have to deal with it in the moment, deal with it for that time period, but then when it lingers and it continues and you can't let it go, it won't let you go. You need to think about these things. You're killing off brain cells, number one, and then it can make you look and feel old. You want to age gracefully, and aging gracefully, allowing yourself to be at peace no matter what's going on around you. You know, in the Bible, it says God gives us the kind of peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding when the whole world looks like it's falling down around you and you're at peace. That's the kind of peace that God can give that can no man take from you. But you have to be mindful of that when you get in those moments so that you can stand in that place that's provided for you by the Lord. It's just an amazing place to be. It's a beautiful place to be in. And if you agree with that, put a one in the comment if you know what I'm talking about. Because it doesn't always mean that your situation has changed, but the way you deal with it is what the difference is. When you learn that you can stand in that place of peace and know that God's going to handle whatever it is that's going on if you allow Him. A lot of times we get out in front of God and say, wait a minute, I got this. I got this. And then you find out, oh, wait a minute, let me step back here. God, could you please, 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 please handle this? And by that time you're stressed out, you have a headache, you can't think straight, you're starting to have aches and pains that you didn't have before. This stress can show up in your physical body, and they can't give you a pill for that. Hi, Melissa Haas, thank you for coming in. Yes, as you say here, God can handle it so much better than we can. Absolutely. And when we run out in front of Him and try to work things out, it don't take long before you realize, you know what, I better, I better step back and let God handle this situation because I'm not doing a very good job of it. We could just make things so much worse. Most of all, we have a peace that's promised to us that we have to recognize, that we have to be mindful of to be able to stand in that place, especially when those stressful times come, because they will come. I don't care how nice you are, how kind you are, how much a Christian you are, or whatever you are. It doesn't matter. You're going to have times when stress will come. But how are you going to stand in that place? This is what we're talking about tonight. 5 reasons why you should stress less for your health's sake. I always say you got the power to help your body, help you to transform your health and peace. It belongs to you. Do you just give it away? You give it away to every stressful situation that comes along, just like dealing out cards. Here's a piece of my peace. You can have it, you can have it, you can have it, and you look up, you don't have it when you need it. Collect all those cards back and put them in your pocket so that you can handle what you need to handle and be in that place of peace that's promised to you. Let's move on to number 3. I just, been thinking about this and said, wow, it's just, it's one of those things that I found out and realized that Frankie McClendon, thank you for coming in. It's just something that I found to be searching for that peace. Absolutely. And the thing is, I always tell people, you got the power. A lot of times we don't realize that we have it already, the power to stand in our peace. But if you don't know it, if you don't recognize it, you get outside of that place and don't know what to do. And that's why I'm on here tonight. And that's why I'm, as a vibrant life coach and even working as a lymphologist, working with the lymphatic system, I recognize how being in a place of stress can also affect your mental self, your physical self. It just always amazes me when people say, man, I'm going back and forth to the doctor. And I told the doctor, you need to give me something. Going to make the doctor responsible for something that's maybe dealing totally with you and how you're not dealing with stress or how you are dealing with stress that's not working for you. Right? So another reason, yes. Let's see what I got here. All right, we're going to go on to number three. I think I had a quote here. I have a few quotes tonight that I wanted to share as well. So I have this quote, and it says, uh, every stress leaves an indelible scar, and the organism pays for its survival by becoming a little old, just a little bit because of stresses. And here, this is Hans, I'm not even sure how to say this name, Sally. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but he's talking about every organism, not just human beings, but every organism when they're dealing with stress die just a little bit. That's what I was talking about earlier. Your brain cells die off just a little bit when you allow yourself to stay in that stress. Recognize those moments and step back. Hold on to your peace. That's something you got to hold on for dear life, for dear life, because you recognize this is a moment. I'm not giving up my peace. I'm not going to give them my peace card, so to speak, and let them walk away with it. I'm going to put it back in my pocket. If I need to go take a walk, take a drive, just go in another room, whatever I need to do, that's what I'm going to do because I'm going to hold on to my peace because I recognize I have the power to do that. I can't blame that on anybody. So I don't know, when you have stress, do you do you find yourself able to just walk away? Do you engage it? So if you one of those people that kind of walk away from it, put a two in the comment, or if you get all in it, put a three in the comment. I'm talking to you too, my replay viewers. A two if you're a walk away kind of person, or a three if you're I'm all in it kind of person. Yeah, because I used to get in. I don't like arguments. I never have been a person that love getting into argument type of things. And when we're in this time of the year, sometimes people, because they're so stressed out trying to deal with the holiday stuff, and now we're dealing with all the other stuff going on in the world, uh, with crime and just all kind of stuff that's going on with the health system. People being out of work, people got a lot of jobs, but people don't want to work those jobs. It's just so many things to say. Well, that is valid. That's valid. That's valid. But yeah, how are we dealing with this stuff? So Melissa said, trying to be more of a two. Absolutely. And it's something that I work on. I just find myself saying, you know what? I don't need to, you'll find that you say, well, you know what? I don't need to explain myself there. I don't need to give an explanation of why I'm not dealing with this, at this point. Hold on to your peace. That's all I can say. It's yours. It's really in your possession. When we get in things, we don't realize how easily it can happen so fast that we just give it away. And before we know it, we're looking for what happened to my peace. She said, I had. You gave it away. Get it back. Get it back. Man. And let's see, I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so then let's go up here. I believe we were going to number three. Um, let's see. So number three is have more time to love you. When you're not all stressed out and worrying about this person, this situation, that all of this stuff is taking up space in your head, taking up space in your mental space. Is being occupied by all of this stuff that is not generating life. It's like sucking the life force from you. You understand? And so you want to, when you can stand in your peace, you'll have more time to love yourself. When you really get to a place where you're loving yourself, you don't allow things to to steal that peace from you. You just don't allow it. And it may take time. It took time for me. because I would get so upset. That's part of where I had this chronic cough. I was always trying to figure out what's with this cough I have. And I found out it was stress related. A lot of it when I got in stressful situations, people confrontational type of stuff that I really just don't like to deal with. My body would try to I guess help me with this cough. And I developed this chronic cough, but I realized it was mostly because of stress and stressful situations that it would happen. That meant that it wasn't a pill I needed to take. I needed to figure out how to stay calm, how to be at peace, even in the midst of stressful situations. So I know what I'm talking about. And I don't know if you have ever seen how stress has shown up in your physical body. Maybe a headache, maybe aches and pain, maybe a cough like I have. I don't know. And if you want to put it in the comments, that'd be great to see. And I have a quote to go with this one too, because it's nothing like loving yourself. The Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. I think I got that in there too. Love your neighbor as yourself. But if you don't love yourself, you're not going to love your neighbor, or either the way you're going to love your neighbor is going to be as bad as you're not loving you. That's what we got a lot going on in this world today, I believe. A lot of people that don't know how to love themselves. So they don't know how to love me as a stranger or somebody they work with, or somebody they encounter on the streets, at the store, or whatever. How can I expect them to love me? They're loving the way they treat me as a reflection of how they love or don't love themselves. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, put 4 in the comments, because when you can love yourself, it's easier to love other people, even when they're not being lovable. And especially if you have the love of Jesus, I'm telling you, it's nothing like it. Sometimes that's the only love you have, to be able to love some people. Say, I love you with the love of Jesus, because the love I have of myself is not enough. But I can love you with his love from a distance if I have to, you know, so that I can hold on to my peace, because I don't want that cough to be defining me everywhere I go. So, oh God, her and that cough, and they think I got a cold. They think I got, no, it's something, some kind of stress usually. And so, man, I have really been really on the journey. This is what started my whole journey of dealing with my health and trying to find out what can I do to help myself with in ways that are thank you, that are easy. Thank you again, that are easy, natural, and drug free. Because I don't like taking different pharmaceutical stuff if I don't have to take it. If there's a way for me to deal with it naturally, you know, and the way God has configured all of us, we can deal with it naturally. But sometimes you have allowed it to so deal with your body that it has affected your body until you got serious issues going on, like ulcers. Uh, Even autoimmune conditions can be because of stressful situations. When you walk in unforgiveness, that's a level of stress that is ongoing, and it can affect you in ways that show up, and they've given it a name in order to give you medicine for it, but there's no pill to forgive. You have to forgive people. You have to do it in order to hold on to your health, in order to transform your health and your peace. You can do that. That's a part of it. So I hope none of you are walking. If you find that you got some unforgiveness, if you can do that, forgive that person. You don't always necessarily have to tell them. You can if you can get to them. Sometimes it's people that's not even around anymore. You have to choose to forgive, man. Because when you do, it will detach you. As long as you hold on to that unforgiveness, you're attached to it, and it affects you even when you don't think it's affecting you, but it's there. It's there. And sometimes you can think about that thing. The moment you think about it, you feel it like it just happened yesterday. That's not good. That is not good. You have to be able to forgive in order to get disconnected from it so that you can get your peace back, so that you can begin to be transformed on the inside, from the inside out. And so this too is another reason why you should stress less. It's going to help you to save your brain cells. It's going to help you to look and feel younger. It's going to also, what was number three here? It's going to also help you. Um, what was that comment? It's also going to help you. Number three, to have time to love yourself, to have space to love yourself. Get that stuff, that other stuff out of there. Make room for you because you matter. You should matter to you. You know, I have a friend that says his name is Dr. Kelly, and he says his grandfather told, I believe he said his grandfather told him about value. He said, your value isn't valuable if you don't value your value. Your value is not valuable if you don't value your value. And then to take that another step, if you don't value your value, other people, they're not going to value it either. They take their cues most of the time from you. How you treat yourself, how you show up in the world, is how people respond to you. So if you're getting a lot of stuff, maybe you need to look in the mirror. And sometimes, I mean, get a mirror out and actually look in the mirror and say, hey, you, what's going on here? We're going to have to deal with some things because you want to have your brain cells living longer and healthy, because what can happen as well is it cause your uh, how can I say it? Your capillaries to release uh, blood proteins and fluid from your bloodstream. When you get stressed, stress shows up in your body the same way and affects your body in the same way that poison does. Poison, if somebody takes poison, what happens in the body is that the capillaries, the blood capillaries open, and there's a rush of blood proteins and water from the blood that can get trapped around your cells. And immediately you're dealing with pain, lack of energy, brain fog, just a whole slew of dis-ease in your body. So just when you think of it again, another reason to stay feeling young, to look young, and to stress less by stressing less. Think of it as that stress reacts the same way that poison does when if it enters your body. You got the power to help your body help you to have better uh better health. You absolutely got the power. You just have to know it and use it. Love yourself. That other scripture that I was quoting was Mark, I believe it's also in Matthew, but it's Mark 12:31. Love your neighbor as yourself. And if you figuring that you into it with everybody everywhere, that's a reflection that you don't love yourself. It's not them, it's you. That may be hard. That may be hard to take, or you may know somebody say, well, it's not me, Miss Hillary, but I know somebody like that. You know somebody like them, share this out, tag them so they can hear this, so they can hear this. Sometimes people need to just hear it because they never thought of it. They're not aware of what they're actually doing by their actions, you know? And the more awareness that you can have, that gives you more power to do something about it. Number four. Number four is, here we go. Number four is be happy and be at peace. You know, being able, I kind of talked about that all in one, but being able to stress less can cause you to be happier and to be at peace. And I had this quote that goes with that. And it is attachment to being right creates suffering. When you have a choice to be right or to be kind, choose kind and watch your suffering disappear. This is Dr. Wayne Dyer. And he was someone that he passed away not that long ago, but he gives so much great information about the mind and mindfulness and all of that. But this makes a lot of sense. When you're someone that is so concerned and so attached to being right, and I always say being the one that's right, that's got to be stressful on that person, even when they don't realize that it's creating a stress in them that they have to be the one that's right. And so, like he said here, if you have a choice to be right or to be kind, choose kindness. Let somebody else be right, even though they might not know the thing as deep as you know it or as much as you know it. Allow somebody else to be right sometimes. It's okay. You don't have to be always be the one that's right. Melissa, thank you. You said, love that you can't be wrong when you are choosing kindness. Absolutely. I love when I saw that comment, I said that quote, I was like, wow, this is really, really great here because, I remember I had a book, and you probably have heard of this book, is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. And one of the stories that is in that book, it's like a book of short stories, a lot of short stories. And one of the stories was dealing with choosing to allow somebody else to be the one that's right. You know, you may be someone that know a lot of things. You know a lot of things about a lot of things. I know a lot of things about a lot of things. You know, but sometimes when you're in conversations and other people are, you having conversation. You don't have to be the one that's always more right than everybody else. Got to have the last word on everybody. Let somebody else be right, and it's okay. And then it'll make you. I have found when I do that and I hear the conversation, hear stuff, and say I could add to that, but it's okay. And you just smile and you're okay with that. That's being kind. That's being kind, and that helps to add to your life, add to your longevity. Yes. So when you think about it in those terms, let somebody else be right sometimes. So we're gonna go on to number 5. And number 5 is allow your cellular self to be at peace and be healthier. And I was talking about that just a little while. I kind of got ahead of myself here on number 3. But allow your cellular self to be at peace, to be healthier. And that's because of what happens in the body when you're stressed. Like I said, it affects the body in the same way that poison affects the body at the cellular level. The body doesn't recognize it as any different. If you just get that mental picture in your mind that when I'm stressed, it's like poison in my body. I need to calm myself down. I need to go sit down or go pray, go meditate, go breathe in and breathe out. I need to do something to get back to a level of calm and peace because I don't need this working as poison in my body. That's what I found out as a lymphologist. It disrupts the cells, and can cause that type of interaction, and it's never good. That causes inflammation. Stress causes inflammation. Inflammation causes all kinds of sicknesses. All kinds of sicknesses. They said that from the American Stress, I think a Stress Association, they said that 60% of all illnesses in America are stress related. Are stress related 60%, and that was a number from before 2019. So I'm sure that number has skyrocketed since the pandemic and everything, you know. But this issue is one thing affects the other, that affects the other, that affects you physically and can make you sick. And they have some type of medication that to take care of certain things, even when if they're not sure. Well, try this. Try being at peace. Try stressing less. Try some of these things and just understand that when you stress less, when you take the mental break, the mental allow your mental self to self-correct, sort of like a GPS. You know, when you the GPS says go uh turn at the at make a left turn at the light, and you make that right turn, you make that right turn instead of the left turn, it's got to recalibrate. It's got to reset in order to catch up where you are. We have to allow ourselves to recalibrate, to get back to a place that is a place of calm and a place where your peace resides. You want to be where your peace is. You want to be in the same place where your peace is. You don't need your peace to be over there and you over here. I mean, it just sounds kind of simple, but it's really just like that. When you can get these mental pictures in your head, hopefully that can help you through this holiday time, and not just the holiday time, through all 365 days. When stress happens, how do you deal with it? And why should you not allow yourself to stress for too long, for these reasons that I'm talking about here? And so, my last, I believe this might be right next to the last quote, but this quote is: don't let your mind bully your body into believing it must carry the burden of its worries. I just need to let that sit there for a minute. Don't let, this is from Astrid Alauda. Don't let your mind bully your body into believing it must carry the burden of its worries. We have to learn how to let things go. We have to learn how to move past and stress less, let go so we can move forward. If you can get past it, you'll be all right. But if you get stuck in that place. We talking, you got all kind of people. I heard of, uh, um, let's see, as a Christian, I was in this conference where we were learning how to pray for people, and they had a panel of doctors that were there to answer questions. Everybody had questions. Well, what do you do if you pray for somebody for this or pray for that? And then somebody brought over, what if you pray, somebody come up and they need prayer and they got mental issues? How do you pray for that? And the doctor said, and I never forgot this, he said, the one thing you need to remember is that mental illness is a sign of stuck thoughts. I said, that make a lot of sense. They got stuck somewhere, stuck, and no matter how life goes and life continues, they get stuck in that place. I worked at a behavioral health center where, it had a large mental health component, and it made so much sense. So you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stagnant. We're meant to be moving forward, even spiritually moving forward, in our physical health, moving our physical bodies literally, and being able to move past things in our mental self. Being stuck is going to cause issues, where you're not dealing with mental health, but you got mental illness, dealing with, emotional trauma, just different stuff where you get stuck there. Learning how to move forward is going to help you to be at more peace, being where your peace is. Because when you get stuck, your peace doesn't, it is standing outside of it, so to speak. So don't let your mind bully your body. When I think about that, again, this is how being stressed out and being overwhelmed and allowing yourself to be in it for way too long, day after day after day. And you talk about the same thing all the time because it's worrying you, it's on your mind. You can't get rid of Everybody knows that everywhere you go, everybody hears the story again and again and again and again and again and again. And you continue to nurse that thing and rehearse it instead of dispersing it. There was this guy back in the 80s, Pastor Larry Lee. And he used to say, talking about offenses, he said, don't nurse it, don't rehearse it, but disperse it to God. You have to find ways to get to let go and let God deal with certain things so that you are not, your mind is not bullying your body, and your body is dealing with this stuff, and it shows up in different kind of illnesses, different kind of chronic conditions. And those conditions where your body, this stuff is showing up as poison in your body, you got inflammation. Now you got, all type of autoimmune conditions, all type of arthritis and different stuff like that, that may not be related, that's related to your stress. That 60% of illness is being stress related. So I hope this helped you. If this helped you, you can put me where we at 5 in the comment. This is something that you can share with someone else. Someone that's going through. And if you are going through something like this and you say, Miss Hillary, I hear what you're saying. And it sounds easy, but it's how they say things are simple but not easy, or easy and not simple, either way. Sometimes you may need help. And so for that, I would invite you. Thank you, Melissa. I would invite you, those that are watching this on the replay as well, I would invite you to join with me to see how we can work together to help you to move forward. We're moving from 1 year, 2021, into 2022. And this has been a very interesting year. I've met a lot of mm, uh, really fantastic, a lot of people this year, and it's just amazing. I met Miss Melissa. I believe that was the year before, but just so happy to have met so many people. But you may be saying it's not as easy as you're saying, because I've been dealing with something, and evidently that's what I need to do. But I need help. I need somebody that can help me through it, that can be accountability, that can be support, that can help answer different questions and give different strategies of how to do this. And if that's you, you can reach out to me. You can direct message me. As simple as that is direct messaging me. If you know that that's you and you would like some help, or if you know somebody that needs this kind of coaching, that needs this kind of support, you can send this information to them so that they can reach out to me, or however, let us connect, because there's help. There is help that is real help. That's what I always pray for. Lord, send me help that's real help. And I have Vibrant Life Solutions. Do I know it all? No, I do not. But I know a lot that can help anybody if that's what you're going through and you need to move forward past where you've been and you seem to be stuck and you don't know how to get out of that place. And it's dealing with you emotionally, and you're realizing that may be why I'm having some of these things that's showing up in my body. The doctor tells me they don't see anything. Let's get on a call. Let's connect. I want to put my let this run here for a minute, a banner, but you can reach out to me at bit.ly/speak with Hillary, or you can simply direct message me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube. You can write in the comments, and I will be glad to reach out to you to have that conversation, to see what is it that you're going through, what is it you need help with, and see if I am that answer to what you need. And so you don't have to do this alone. That's the main thing. You don't have to suffer alone when there's help. And so, just as a recap, there were 5 reasons that we talked about tonight. 5 reasons for uh, why you should stress less. Stress less for your health's sake. Let's see if I can find it right quick. Excuse me. I always have my water nearby. Let's see. Number 1 was be more intelligent. Stop killing your brain cells. Stop killing your brain cells to help you to stay intelligent. Excuse me. Number two, man, help you to let's see. Number two. Okay. Number two is to look and feel younger and to age gracefully. Number three is have more. What I got that I got have more and more time to love you. Number four is here we go. Here we go. Number four is to be happy, be at peace. And number five, allow allow your cellular self to be at peace and be healthier. And I think my most famous, not famous, but my most favorite quote tonight is this one. Don't don't let your mind bully your body into believing it must carry the burden of its worries. It does not. And so I want to thank you for being here with me. Again, if you need help uh, with working through to in order to move forward or you haven't been able to do it alone, you can reach out to me at bit.ly/speak with Hillary. You know I need help. Or you can direct message me and I'll be glad to get on a call with you to find out if what you're dealing with is something I can help you with. And just know that you don't have to do this alone. It's the end of the year. Let's get past it. Let's move into 2022 in a state of more boldness, more confidence, and having a place where you know you got strategies to hold on to your peace and not just deal it out like cards to every stressful situation that comes along. So I'm Hillary Gooden, your Vibrant Life Coach. I'm also a certified lymphology expert dealing with the lymphatic system. I am an author, speaker, and I'm also the host of this show every Tuesday, the Vibrant Good Health Show, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm also the show host for on Thursdays for Let's Get Acquainted with Hillary Gooden. That show is a platform to showcase other people that are doing great things for others in this world. And if you're interested in being on that show, you can direct message me. Let's get acquainted, and I'll get in touch with you from there. Um, yeah, and so that's what I do because I want you to win as far as your health is concerned because you got the power to help your body help you to live a more vibrant life and have better health. Absolutely, you can do it. So reach out to me if that is something that you're ready to do. You're ready to move into that, and you know you need some help, some accountability, some support. That's what I'm here, and that I know I can help you in that way. So thank you again, and I'll see you on next week. Yeah, or else I'll see you on Thursday for Let's Get Acquainted. Have a good evening.